Hello and welcome to this blab where we're going to be talking about how to launch your online course if you're into leadership, business, or marketing. So if you have skills or life experience or passion in those areas and you've ever thought about launching an online course as a way to create more income and impact in your life, this video is for you. So my name's Chris Badgett. I'm a co-founder of Lifter LMS. It's a powerful tool for creating online courses on your own WordPress powered website. It makes it easy to create, sell, protect your engaging online courses uh, with a simple WordPress website. So I want to talk about this a little bit, and this is definitely an area of passion for me since I have a background in leadership and in marketing, and also I'm an entrepreneur. I run a business. I love learning new things about business and entrepreneurship, and because of that, I have a lot of time and experience and skills that I could go out and I could create a online course about those things. And there's lots of you out there like me uh, who have skills in these areas. And the purpose of this blab here is to show you where your blind spots might be, because launching an online course always sounds like a good idea. Yeah, you could, teach to people all over the world and potentially produce a significant side income or even replace your existing job. But there's a lot of pieces that have to click together in order for you to successfully launch that course and launch that as a business as part of your brand or your entrepreneurship strategy. So first, I'd like to say that there's really three parts to creating and launching an online course. So the first part is really, it's your expertise, it's your life experience, it's your skills in business. That's what you bring to the table. But that is only 33% of what you need to have a successful online course. So the other piece that you need is you need to take all that value and package that into a digestible, easy to follow, attractive, impact producing online course. Some would call that instructional design. So in order to do that, if you're in business or you're into leadership or you're into marketing, you're probably above average communicator and have probably had to mentor or guide people before. So you have some experience there, like in creating a learning process or training somebody in some activity or teaching somebody something. But you really need to design your course so that, it has a clear promise, it has a clear start and end. It's well organized, and it can really take that person that you're trying to get to improve in their business through a desired result. And the classic mistake that people make is trying to cram too much into an online course. You know a lot about business and entrepreneurship and marketing, but you don't necessarily have to package it all into one course. So when you're designing and creating that design around your learning content, that instructional design, really have a clear picture of who you're helping and what the starting point and the end point and what your promise is. And then when you take that you create that training, you may be dealing with, or you yourself may not have a lot of technical experience or video experience or internet experience. And that's okay. There's people out there that can help record videos or show you how to use the tools that you already have on your computer. The most important thing is to just either hire somebody to help or to get it done, and don't focus on being perfect. Because if we look around us, we've all had those great coaches, those great bosses, those great leaders or managers in our life who, we had an in-person experience with. And maybe that was a long time ago before the internet was big, or maybe that leader or that person or that mentor is just not a real technology person. So everything was just conversational. So the real opportunity here, like when I see somebody like that, I'm like, wow, that leader, that business person, that entrepreneur has so much value but they're only ever able to deliver to that group of people who immediately surround them or at the conference or whatever. Uh, that's the big opportunity, is like we need to take all this great value and package it in an online format. So the best way to think about that is, creating multimedia content in terms of videos, audios, text, images, worksheets, infographics, whatever you can think of in a multimedia format, because there's different learning styles, is really important. And you put that into your lessons, okay? And then your lessons, I recommend kind of mapping it out on paper, like what is the process I'm taking this new person through in my online course. So you have to develop that, and then you have to fill that architecture with the various components or bite-sized pieces of lessons, which you can then, have a hierarchy and organize a group of lessons into what we would call a section. So, a classic way to divide a course is into 3 sections. So you could look at that as a possibility. So that's number 2. That's the instructional design. Again, number 1 is the expert. That's you. Number 2 is like actually creating learning content, or the instructional design. And the third thing you need to do to launch a successful online course is to have an online course delivery system or a learning management system. So there's lots of options out there. You could choose a hosted solution like Udemy. But the trouble is you're that's like the Walmart of online courses. It's not your platform, and there's going to be a lot of competition there, and you have to play by their rules and share revenue with them and that sort of thing. But it's not necessarily a bad idea. The other option is to host your own, which I definitely recommend, to create your own training site. So the way that works is you get web hosting, and if you haven't had a website before, essentially you create a website that is able to deliver the online course, to protect the material, and to handle the e-commerce component, to, if you're selling your course, to collect the money for that one time or that recurring payment. Now that's all possible with our software that we make, Lifter LMS. But the reality is, what you would need to do is, if you're not already technical or have a background with using tools like WordPress or working with web hosting and working with embedding content into web pages, some people come to us and they go through our boost services to have us do it for them, so that that third leg of that stool, the learning content delivery system, is not something, it's not a new skill set they have to learn. So that's something that we help with at Lifter LMS. So just to recap on how that works, there's really those 3 components. There's you as the expert. There is the learning content, like packaging that material, that value that you have inside of you, into an online course. And then the third piece is to have that online course delivery system that's going to handle all that, the mechanism of having a user account, having manage the transaction of the money if you're selling your online course. So you really have to have those 3 things come together for it to all work out. And if you check us out at lifterlms.com/boost, I'll put that in the chat here. You can see where we have a way to set that all up for people. But if if you're comfortable with building your own website, you can use our free software, Lifter LMS, and get up and running. We have a lot of people come to us who aren't technologists, they're experts, and they just want help. They want it done correctly. They want it done fast. Like when we set up a learning site for somebody, we do it in just 5 days, and we set up all the tools. It's up to you whether we install the content or not. But we take that whole technical piece out of the equation and get that done for people. And if you want to see some examples of some learning sites that are powered by Lifter LMS, I think a great one is WP101.com. That's a technology training site. But there's just there's a lot of great opportunities to package all that information that you have, all that knowledge, all that wisdom, all that hard work, all that life experience into an online course. So I encourage you to to focus on that. To, if you're just at the beginning and you're the expert, don't even look at the software. Don't even look at like our boost services. Look at the instructional design piece. Look at spend some time thinking about how you could best train somebody in a digital format. Like, what resources would you give them? What kind of video presentation or slideshows? What kind of PDFs, audios could you deliver? Infographics. Maybe you'd like to include like a live, coaching call, one-on-one or one-to-many. All that stuff is possible. So really think about how you can design that content, and then after that, it'll be time to look at looking at the course delivery system or the learning management system. So thank you very much for coming. And if anybody has any questions or would like to discuss working together, and you can find me at lifterlms.com. And if you're one of those people who are looking to, not do the technology part and just have it done for you, check out lifterlms.com/boost. Thank you all.